to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how I made this delicious meat stew sauce or mincemeat stew, and without wasting any time, let's get started. I'll be using 1 large onion, tomato puree, you can use whole tomatoes as well, and a teaspoon of tomato paste, but it's optional, coriander leaves, and spices. I'm using a teaspoon paprika, a teaspoon garam masala, teaspoon cumin, 3 bay leaves, oregano a teaspoon, half a teaspoon black pepper, green bell peppers, a teaspoon of garlic, and half a teaspoon of ginger, and of course my minced meat. And tomato paste is optional, oregano is optional as well, but I love it especially when I'm having my minced sauce with spaghetti. And bay leaves add such a beautiful flavor, so it's optional if you do not have it. And sometimes I add some royco to my beef, or sometimes I add some beef cubes, so you can always play around with your favorite spices. So add in your meat to your pot, sufuria or pan, and sweat the mince. So I added a little bit of salt to flavor the meat as it cooks, because you do not want to have a meat that is tasteless but the stew is flavored. So it's important to build your flavors bits by bits so that the meat is also flavored. So continue to sweat the mince until the liquid part of it is evaporated. As you can see, I've remained with the oil in it, so I'm not going to add any oil to it, but if you have dry mince, then you can add a little bit of oil. Then go ahead to add in your onions and fry them. Then add in the garlic and ginger paste. So this is the point where I go ahead to add in my spices so that the meat can soak in the flavor from the spices. Remember, the bay leaves, you will take them out once your stew is cooked. So just stir that and let it cook and soak all that beautiful flavor. Remember, you can add some royco or beef cubes if you want to. Next, this is the point where you add in your tomato paste. Cooking your tomato paste first helps to remove that strong taste that it usually has. So you can see I'm doing it at the center of my pan. And tomato paste is always optional, but I just use it to add more color to my sauce. Now that the tomato paste is done, I'm going to add in my green bell peppers. Just stir that as well. So if I'm using whole tomatoes, I usually add the whole tomatoes first because they'll take longer to cook, but since I have pureed tomatoes, it's pretty fast. So next I'll just add in my pureed tomatoes. And just mix that. Remember, I already sweat my mince, so it's pretty much cooked. So next I'm going to add a little bit of water to my minced meat for the stew, and of course for the meat and the spices to cook really well. And add the water according to your preference. I do not like runny stew, so I just added a little bit of water to it. So cover your minced meat sauce and let it simmer. Keep stirring, and at this point you can check if your stew is has enough salt. So if it's not salt enough, you can add some, but since I added some on my meat, it was enough, so I did not add any salt. So you can see the water has simmered down and the stew is to my liking, or to my the thickness that I like. It's not too watery and it's not too thick. Finally, add your coriander. And your meat is ready to serve. You can go ahead to take your bay leaves, and I served mine with some spaghetti. You can have it with some rice. I usually enjoy it with some chapati and cabbage as well. So you can always have it with what you prefer. And there you have it. You can see how colorful it is. It tastes so delicious, and this aroma is just amazing. I really hope you did enjoy this recipe. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel as well if you haven't, and I will see you on my next one.